Hi everyone, I'm back. This is check understanding number 3, and this is what I was talking about in the previous check understanding, where I said we are going to be doing the reverse. In checker understanding numbers 1 and 2, we had to turn an entire radical into a mixed radical. That means that you have a radical wherein you only see a number inside of the radical symbol. You will turn it into a mixed radical wherein you will see a number outside of the radical symbol. Now you will do the reverse. You see here a radical wherein there's a number outside of the radical symbol. That's why it's called a mixed radical, sort of a mixed number, not really a mixed fraction. Okay. Same goes for this one. So this is the example in the book. I don't remember if there's only one there. Probably the reason why I only copied one is that I took the opportunity to do a question in the homework section. All right, but you could always ask me in class if you want. All right. Well, let's take a look at this. Write the mixed radical as an entire radical. So what you're going to do is this. The trick is to be able to put this number inside. Okay. Now, oftentimes what's going to happen here is this. So guys, that 5 is already there. All right. When you bring that number outside, that 6 goes outside. You can do that provided that you will give this 6 an exponent that will be equal to the index here. When there's no index number, it is understood to be 8, 2. Okay. Now, the next problem here is, what about the negative sign? Well, some kids would do this. They will put a negative here. All right. Okay. Now, what you have to understand is this. If you're doing this right, whatever your answer is at the end, if you use the calculator to find the value, even as a decimal, the value of this would have to be the same as the value of your final answer. Okay. If there was a square root in here, there's no answer because there's no square root of a negative number, isn't it? That means you don't put the square root, the negative inside. The negative stays outside, meaning you really are going to turn this mixed radical only into an entire radical and keep the negative outside. All right. And as you can see, it would be the negative of the root of 5 times 36, or that would be the negative of the root of 180. And there is your answer. Okay. Before I go into an example in the book, I would like to do another example. This time, instead of a root only, I'll do a cube. Okay. So this is my own example. I don't know, example AA. All right. That's example A, the example AA. All right. Okay, what would be a good thing to do? I don't know. Like 4 cube root of I don't know, 3, something like that. Okay. So what happens is you need to get that 4 inside the cube root symbol. That means that that 3 is already inside. I'm referring to this one. It stays in there. You will multiply it by this 4 as it goes outside. And that 4 is going to be given this cube root symbol as an exponent. Now, don't forget there is a cube root as an index here. All right. That would be the cube root of 3 times 64. 4 cubed is 64. And this one would be the cube root of 192, if I'm correct. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the example in the book or one of the homeworks. that's assigned. But that 9 goes inside. So I'm doing this, number 10b in page 28. That means that 6, which is already inside at the beginning, remains there. It will be multiplied by 9 as it goes inside the radical symbol, but you will have an exponent of 2 because the exponent here is 2, or the index is 2, even though it is not written. Then, of course, you have to simplify. 8 to 1. Okay. 6 times 8 is 48. So that's 486. Okay. And that is the end of this section. So hopefully you're able to do a lot of the examples. From experience, a lot of kids would struggle with entire radical to mixed radical and vice versa, simply because they don't take the time to practice. I mean, it's very mechanical, as I say. You just have to follow the steps in the process. The moment you don't take the time to, get the hang of how the steps go, then it's going to be a problem. All right. So that's it for me. Take your time in practicing. I'll see you next time. Bye now.